Good morning, good morning, good morning, people of the world. It is me once again, Chris Rotondo, and I am sat here with my good pal and podcasting partner.
Tom Grady, how you doing? I just had to add that pause for effect. The
Of
vibes.
course, for the one time.
How you
All
doing,
right,
Chris?
I'm doing all right, man. Cannot complain. Just woke up from a nap, ready to talk some stuff about the week.
It's a beautiful for us Friday. Should be a good Saturday
Oh
tomorrow.
yeah,
It's warm, man. It is abnormally warm for
yeah.
February.
Very warm today. Very warm day. We kind of needed it.
Oh yeah,
The snow down in Jersey, is it's interesting.
I
A
was gonna
lot of
say, how is
snow.
it down there?
It's pretty bad, man. A lot of snow. Had to do a lot of shoveling.
Of course,
Um, but things could be worse. I got a fresh trim. May not look like
I
it.
like
The
it. I
hair,
like it though.
the hair sitting.
I could tell.
Thank you. Hair sitting a little high, but we don't complain. We enjoy
Of
it. The
course,
cut is nice. The cut is nice.
of course.
What about you, man? How's college and all that?
Finished my first week of college. Your boy obviously has to have Fridays off. That's just a must.
Of
I don't think
course,
I could go live on my life without having Fridays off.
love to see that.
Good first week. Little hectic and weird to get back into it. Felt like the longest week of my life, and I think a lot of us did. But
Okay.
snow hit Hofstra early, and a lot of my classes went to virtual or just got canceled depending on the teacher. So that was fun. And but yeah, now we're in a groove. It feels good. I was in my first in-person class yesterday, or well, Thursday. So
Mm.
oh no, yeah, it was Thursday. Sorry, I'm wrong. I'm losing my mind here. But yeah, so it was Thursday. It was fun. TV multicam. I felt right back in Raritan at
Yeah.
doing broadcasting and stuff. So it was
Right
fun.
back in the groove of everything.
Oh yeah, it was great. I mean, listen, their cameras are a lot bigger than Raritan's and have like this whole new different system I have to learn. But it did ring bells in my head.
There
It
you
was good.
go. You'll learn. You live, you learn, and you get better with time
Absolutely.
and all that stuff. It's just new systems you gotta adjust to.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that.
Yes.
I'm excited though. I'm excited to keep learning, and
Yeah,
that's been my goal this whole time is just to keep learning, keep my brain occupied,
definitely. Big
hanging out
advancements
with
in the
people too.
field. Big
Yeah.
advancements in
Oh
the
yeah.
field. I know the deal. I got you.
Of course. Of course.
I got you for real. All right. No, I don't know about you, but I'm ready to, hop right into the weekend review. Very quiet week. But we definitely have some stuff for you guys. So
Yeah, it should be good.
all
I'm
right,
I'm
let's
ready to go.
me too, man. Let's hop right into it.
So welcome to the weekend review. You know the vibes now. You should know this is the sixth episode, I believe. So
Yep.
we're just going to tell you what happened in this week. Some key things going on in sports and other things in the world. So let's hit it off right away.
Yes, sir.
Uh, Unbelievable third baseman Nolan Arenado from the Rockies was traded this week to the Cardinals for, as Chris likes to say, a bag of Tostitos. So
Yes.
Chris, how do you feel about this trade?
Very good trade for the Cardinals. I think the main component in all of this was his contract. He was rolling off a lot of money.
Sorry,
What's that?
that was my phone on accident.
What's that?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I know, I'm just messing. Yeah, I think the one of the main components of that trade was the fact that he had a very large contract and the Rockies really just didn't want to pay it anymore. So basically they just traded him to St. Louis for like $3 and a used Chipotle gift card.
And the shipping tax, of course.
Yeah, of course. But obviously, you know Nolan Arenado. For those who don't, he is one of the best fielding third basemen in the league. And he's been there for a very long time. He's a well-established stud, and he's a good piece for the Cardinals. The Cardinals obviously really don't have much, but I think with this, I'm drawing a blank on the word.
Trade?
Acquisition.
Acquisition?
Acquisitions. With
There
this
you go.
acquisition, they can make a push for playoffs.
I agree.
Other than that, like St. Louis has been pretty quiet.
Yeah, it's been weird for St. Louis. Normally, I mean, growing up in baseball, you knew St. Louis as a powerhouse. They had Albert Pujols, Lance Berkman at some point,
Adam
and
Wainwright,
who was a
players.
phenomenal pitcher.
But
And
limbo, right? They're in this limbo of
yeah,
they're not good enough to make the playoffs, but they're not bad enough to like
just
tank.
just to be like what the Padres did a couple of years ago.
Yes, they're not bad enough to rebuild. That's the word
No.
that I was missing out.
And it's weird because they are in a very tough division. Like
Yes.
you have the Cubs who have been running it.
Mhm.
Then you have the Pirates, the Cardinals, And I always forget the last team. Oh, it's the Reds.
I
They
don't think it's fair.
those
I don't even think it's fair to include the Pirates in that conversation.
no, I mean
The
honestly,
Pirates are no longer a baseball team. They're a minor league farm system for the
yeah,
Yankees. Thank you very much.
it's pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie.
Um,
I love. Don't get me wrong. Pittsburgh has one of the most beautiful stadiums in all of baseball,
PNC Park.
but the team that plays there is actually poo poo. But
Poo poo.
yes, to get back to the trade though,
Like poo
you
poo.
know, Arenado I think is going to be a really good fit for St. Louis. I think this is what they've been needing. They needed this name to come to the Cardinals, and I think this is what they've been needing to get back into that playoff push, as well as probably hopefully making a World Series run again. They were dominant back in the early 2010s with David Freese and that whole group, and it was incredible to watch them then. And they kind of just fell off the map. They had to get a new manager. It was a whole debacle, and it was crazy, especially watching this storied franchise be just crippled to nothing. And now to have Arenado coming over there for nothing, for absolutely nothing. It was prospects and literally dog water.
Yeah, like I was gonna say, they're not even like great prospects. Like I did my research, and the highest ranked prospect that the Cardinals gave up was their number 9 prospect, their number 9 ranked prospect, which is very low for the kind of for the caliber player that Nolan Arenado is.
Well, I mean, the thing with Arenado, though, he's been wanting out of Colorado. He's been wanting to get out of Colorado for the longest time. He's a platinum glover now. Like as Chris said, he's insanity. Like when it comes to the third base side, him and Machado just are like neck and neck with that.
Yeah, easily. But honestly, man, like, would you blame the guy?
No, absolutely not. I think Colorado's had a tough run of things. They've been to the wild card games multiple times, but they never made it past it. And it sucks because I do like Colorado. Again, that was another stadium I've been to. The town, the fans, the atmosphere is like really amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And I just feel really bad because they're a team that I want to see in the contention. I want to see them in the race, but they always fall off because they're in the NL West. They have the Dodgers, the Padres.
Their management is awful.
It's horrendous. And when the star player of your team wants out, you have a problem. So
an issue.
I mean, I guess it's good for the Cardinals that they just got this brand new third base. Oh, not brand new. He's been in the league for a while now, but he's still young enough where they don't have to worry about his age yet. Yeah. So it's definitely going to be a big key asset for them, and hopefully they can build upon that. But
it was a very good acquisition.
Yeah.
How do you think the Rockies are going to fare without him? I still think they'll be the same as they were.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just, again, you're in the NL West. The best you could do is make it to the wild card because the Dodgers are going to win. So, and it's just tough. I don't know. The Rockies are the Rockies. They're kind of in a slow, like coming off their mountain.
Slow decline.
Yeah.
The mountain's funny guy. Very funny pun, Tom.
I know. I had to throw it out there. Okay. You mind? Anyway. Yeah. So they're coming off. Back in when the Cubs, they faced the Cubs in the wild card, lost. They were I think they were against the Diamondbacks recently. They lost. So it's just been a constant loose fest out there, and I feel bad because I do want the Denver. I know Colorado Rockies to win some games, get into the playoffs, make a push. But without Arenado, I don't think they can do it. I'll be honest. That's a 3 spot in their lineup. They do still have Trevor Story, who has been an absolute dynamite piece for them, but without Arenado over in the hot corner, I don't think they can do it.
I agree. I definitely do agree. Arenado has been a cornerstone in that third base slot for many, many years for the Colorado Rockies. So it's going to be weird, like not seeing him in the purple.
It's going to be weird seeing him in red.
Yeah,
I'm going to be honest.
It's like weird to me. It doesn't sit in my head well.
No.
But honestly, man, if I'm Rockies management, and they obviously won't do this because they're run very poorly, I would just start like some kind of rebuild phase and work towards. I would trade out Story and Blackmon.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and Charlie Blackmon is another
to try and get some good prospects because that's what they need really for the future.
Yeah, I mean, look at what the Padres did. Again, that's a great team to show. Like they have one of the best farm systems in all of baseball because they traded 4 prospects. They didn't really have anything to give. They got Hosmer after his 2015 and 2016 stint with the Royals.
The Royals, yeah.
And then Tatis came out like a ball of fire, and it was crazy to watch them just progress into this team. And again, they are a dominant powerhouse. They have Machado, all these names now. So it's like they have a chance to move into the playoffs, and they did. They tried to prove themselves last year, obviously losing, but
Slam Diego.
listen, that's a great story to watch and listen to, and I can't wait to see what they do in 2021. But
Me too. I really do like the Padres.
that's what
But
the Rockies need to do now.
the Rockies, yeah, essentially, to say the least. But is it going to happen? Obviously not, because Rockies management is piss poor.
Atrocious.
All right, yeah. So moving on to our next subject, we got some cool media tech stuff. We don't really talk about that much, but something new. Snapchat is testing dark mode for select users. That's an interesting one.
I'm very happy with it. I think everything on my phone is on dark mode except Snapchat. And
yeah,
every time I'm laying in bed at night, I'm looking through Instagram, just scrolling through, no big deal. And then I switch over to Snapchat. It's like I just got hit with a nuclear bomb because of how bright it is.
When you go to snap all your women.
Yeah, of course. All my baddies.
All the women. Of course, I feel you. And then you get, as someone who suffers from some serious eye strain, I think dark mode on Snap would be very useful.
I think it'd be great. I mean, I think everyone's been talking about it. I think when Instagram went over to dark mode, it was like a breath of fresh air because no one saw it coming, and then it happened, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, it happened!" And it's great now. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram.
Twitter's had dark mode, yeah.
Yeah, Twitter's had dark mode. I think they were the first ones, to be honest.
They've had it for a while, but it like wasn't associated with like the iPhone's dark mode and all that.
Yeah, and the one good thing about dark mode is like, it's not completely black. It's like a gray or like a dark blue, and it's nice. It's calming. It's comfortable.
It's not
bright white, harsh.
Yeah, and it's not like a bright black.
No.
Like I know that obviously doesn't make sense because black is literally dark.
Yes, yeah.
As dark as it gets,
I know what you're saying.
It's not like a prominent black that'll actually hurt your eyes too.
Yes.
Because like that's happened.
Oh,
It's like it's a calm color per se. It's like something that won't kill my eyeballs when I'm trying to
Right.
Just talk to some people.
Exactly, and I think it's something that like I said, a lot of people have been wanting. Snapchat's like the last one right now. I think it's literally the last app on the face of the earth to not go to dark mode.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been wanting it for forever. Obviously, when you're taking snaps at night and you have the front flash hit you, you can't really change that. But that's an option. You just have to take that picture like that.
Yeah, a picture's a picture.
It's different. Yeah, it's a completely different. The app itself can go to dark mode, and I would be totally happy with it. I think it will look very weird because obviously every change that Snapchat has made so far has been just like, what is this? Like, I'll never forget the moment that Snap went from having the basically just the friends, like I remember I was there when it had like your top 5 best friends and stuff, and like it would know whose best friend was their best friend, and you would know which and all this.
Yeah, that's a long time ago. Yeah, I was in like middle school when that happened.
Yeah, it was crazy. And then it switched over to the Bitmojis on the sides. Mm-hmm. Everyone was like, "What is this? This looks gross. This is stupid."
Wait, remember when you had like the ghost and you were able to like put like pictures in there?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, that's so long ago.
Wow, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I feel dated after that. That's funny.
Oh my god, and it was like green. Remember it being green a little bit? Like it was the Snapchat, like the logo was yellow.
Yeah.
But everything was like green on top, and then the stories didn't have its own section. It was the stories had its own section, but it was lined up instead of how it is now, where it's like the little bubbles on top.
Yeah, it was like weird.
Yeah, well, that was when Snapchat was in its infancy. I mean, it was
back in the day.
It was basically kind of just made for some adult things. All right, Chris.
I've been really trying, baby.
Let's get it on. Anyway, sorry, we're off topic. But yeah, so it was made for that, which is bad. But a lot of people use it now just as a typical way of communication. I mean, I think there are improvements in getting ads and like new different stories on it. Like I check the Daily Mail quite often on Snapchat. I'm not gonna lie.
It's smart. It's like they turned it into like not a news outlet, obviously, but like. Mm-hmm. Like they made it more than just talking to friends. They give you stuff to watch. Like it's cool.
Yeah, I love it.
It's an app I use a lot. I'm a pretty social guy, and
I'd hope you're social.
Yeah, social enough. Gets by.
Yeah.
And the app it's good. It's been big. It's been getting better consistently. Some
Yes.
of the style changes have been a little odd recently, but
Yeah.
besides that, I've been chilling.
Yeah.
I've been chilling.
Well, again, I think
Dark mode would
I'm
be a very good
excited.
addition.
Yeah, I'm excited to see if they actually put that out and like a select user. Can I be one of them? Because I do want to try it. Like I honestly, I want to see what it's like. I want to see what it looks like with my friends list and all that. And
Oh yeah, definitely.
it's gonna
I'm
be weird.
assuming they just do like a switch of like
Just like the font is black and then the
yeah
background is white, and then you have to switch it over.
it'd have
But
to be like white and black,
would it
white
be
text,
fully
black
black?
font.
I think it would be like that gray look that everyone goes for.
Yeah,
But
probably.
hey, listen, I'm just happy that they're thinking about it now, and I've been, again, like I said, I've been wanting this.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, that's everything we have besides, some sports stuff this week because nothing happened. So,
Nothing. It
exactly.
sucks.
It's been very dry week in the world. But
A
yeah,
lot of precipitation.
a lot of precipitation. A lot of snow.
Yeah,
Record-breaking numbers this
and
week.
maybe more. So.
And maybe more. Love to see it. I love living in the Northeast. What a great time to exist.
That's why everyone from New Jersey. Well, here's how it goes. You got the New Yorkers who retire to New Jersey, and then when they're sick and tired of snow, they just retire to Florida, and we call
go down
Florida New Jersey's retirement home. It's literally just that.
Essentially.
It is.
Honestly, man, New Jersey, it's an interesting card. I would love to go. I would love to go down south whenever time calls for it.
You want to take your talents to South Beach, like our newest part of this segment, LeBron, or not newest part,
James.
but that's a good segue into it.
LeBron
Take your talents to
James.
South Beach.
Solid segue. That was all right.
Solid. That was pretty good. I'll take it. I like
better,
it.
but it was very solid.
Okay. I'll take it.
All right.
Anyway,
fair.
LeBron James passes Wilt Chamberlain for the most field goals made ever, and he's only sitting behind Karl Malone and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Chris, does this keep making his GOAT status higher and higher?
Well, I am what some people would refer to as a bronzexual. I love LeBron James. I'm a big advocate for LeBron James's basketball ability, and I do believe this is not a very popular take of mine. I do believe that LeBron James is the greatest NBA player of all time in terms of ability, 100%. There's no doubt about it. And I think this does enhance his status. Most field goals made, that's a pretty big part of the game. You put ball in basket, you score a point, make you good. And from that, like, I don't know, he's only getting better. What is he? He just turned, how old?
He just turned like 34,
36?
30, something like that. Yeah, dude, he's getting up there, man.
He's in his 18th year in the league.
Well, here's the thing, right? We say getting up there as if he's actually old. It's old in basketball terms.
Yeah, that's basketball terminology.
Yeah.
Obviously 36 is not old for people.
Yes.
But LeBron James is definitely getting up there in age for but the caliber of player he is now compared to some other stars that when they get up there they just kind of tank out and after a while your body runs out. But LeBron James is a freak of nature, and I feel like freezes his body every night so it doesn't deteriorate at all.
Crazy, he's got that like cryogenic stuff.
Yeah, true shit, dude. I feel like he's in the best shape of his life.
Dude,
he's crazy.
Like I saw it last night. He's aging like fine wine, and it's scary.
Yeah.
Because like here's the thing, right? You take however many shots in basketball in an 18-year career, that's a lot, especially if you're like the guy on your team. He made 12,000 field goals. 12,000. The only two that are above him are Kareem and Karl Malone. Karl Malone has 13,000 and Kareem has 15,000, almost 16,000 field goals. So that says a lot about the game and it's like how it's progressed. I mean, the guy is 30 again, some between 30 and 40. Like that's really it. He's so up there in age for basketball terms. He's just so dominant. It's ridiculous.
He's still dominant, right? And he's been dominant for the past. Let's see, when did he really start blowing up LeBron? I want to say
18 years ago.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He's been that dude, bro.
He's been his name guy. Hasn't been out of the conversation since he got into the league. Since he was in high school.
Guy.
He's the chosen one. That was literally his name in a news article when he was in high school.
So bro, he's literally been a stud in the league since before I was on this earth.
Yeah.
Think about it.
That's scary. That's horrifying.
Yeah. That's crazy to see. Um, is he the GOAT in your eyes? What do you think?
Oh, you could be a bronze sexual and I'll be an old head. I've still got Jordan.
Michael Jordan. Okay,
Six
all right,
rings. Just it was
that's
so
fair.
dominant for his time, and it was such a different league. I feel like it was so much tougher. You know, you had the bad boys in Detroit, you had the Utah Jazz over in the West, you had Patrick Ewing in the Knicks trying to make a push, you had Clyde Drexler and the Trailblazers. It was you just could name a team and they had someone. And this, I mean, you look around now, you got super teams. I mean, it's been breaking apart, thankfully, because I don't like super teams. I don't like when everyone is on one team and
Yeah,
it's like they're gonna dominate. But you know, the Lakers have AD and LeBron. The Warriors have Steph and Clay when he's healthy. I mean, you look at the one super team now, and it's the Nets. You got KD, Kyrie, James Harden. I mean,
yeah.
there was
Um,
no such thing as that back in the 90s. I mean, the closest thing was the
the
90s
Bulls
Bulls with
with Scottie Pippen,
Pippen.
Dennis Rodman, and Michael Jordan. I
Yeah, the
consider that
big
a big
three.
three.
Yeah, that's a big three. I wouldn't
The
consider it a
original,
super team,
the original big three. I'll give it
but I
to
would
him.
consider it the original big three. And I think, you know, it was such a different age back then. It was like you had there was no. I mean, 3-point shots weren't as predominant in the game as they are today. It was mostly in the paint, on the key, in the wing. Like it was never like a 3-point heavy bias.
Yeah.
And now it's like all about just flash, you know, and like if you get touched, it's a foul and
Mhm.
all this.
All right. Well,
I'm
that's Trey Young.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, Trey Young has been actually poisoning the league with his
His foul tendencies. His
yeah.
foul is
It was like he could literally just like be near someone. The way he does it too is kind of baloney. Like he just steps past you, waits for you to get onto him, and then
and
he
then like
shoots the
backs into
ball.
you. That's
Yeah,
kind of gross. I
it's
I feel like there's no place in the game for that, but
no.
that's a conversation for another day.
Yeah.
Back onto the GOAT conversation. Again, I have very unpopular takes. I'm gonna say, right, in terms of accomplishments and accolades, Michael Jordan's better than LeBron.
Yeah.
It's been known. But in terms of raw ability, like raw, you break down every component of the
He's
game.
like unbelievably
LeBron
athletic.
James is godly.
Yeah.
LeBron James is on another level.
It's scary. The one thing that he did struggle with, like in the middle of his career, was free throws somehow. I don't know
Yeah,
how, but he
it
was
was weird.
like, I was like, what are you
I
becoming
wouldn't even say
Shaq?
he struggled, but like struggled comparatively to
Yeah, I
the rest
mean,
of his
he wasn't
career.
as consistent. It was
Yeah,
wild. I was like, what the hell's going on? Like,
yeah,
I was like, is this the deterioration of the king?
no,
But
never.
never. I mean, at this point, he could be playing at 45 years old. He'd be
Yeah,
the
and
Julio Franco of the NBA.
he's also never stepped away from the game
Like,
for some
okay.
unknown
That's a fair
reasons.
dig. That's a fair dig.
Some unknown reasons.
Yeah,
I don't
I
know,
mean, who
MJ,
knows? It could have been. I mean, if you watched Last Dance, we don't even know. To be honest,
and he took that personally.
he took it personal. All right,
Yeah,
but I think
I
it
don't
was a
know,
good week in
man.
review. I think
Yeah,
this week again was super quiet. There was nothing
yeah,
really going on, but we are about to get into something that's it's
yes.
gonna irk me.
Two huge hard hitters, probably the two biggest that we'll have in a while.
Yeah, I agree.
In the sports world at least.
Yeah,
And yeah, so what do you say, Tom? We rolling right in?
let's just go right into it. Yeah.
Yes, sir. We have Trevor Bauer. He has made his decision. The best pitcher in the MLB.
Okay, relax. I wouldn't say best pitcher. He did win a Cy Young. I'll give him that.
Can I finish my headline?
Go for it. Sorry.
The current best pitcher in the MLB has taken his talents to LA.
I don't like that.
Signed a big deal with the LA Dodgers. And
what was the actual number? Do we know?
I want to say 3 years, $102 million.
Why? What? It's 33 million, almost 30. It's probably more than 33 million a year.
Mad beans.
What the what? Why? What?
Why? I wouldn't want to pay for that. I wouldn't want
No, I'm like, why? Really? Dude, this is what really got me upset though. Some guy went to his website or his you know how people have link trees now in their bio?
Yeah.
In his bio, he had a link tree. And in one of them, it says LFGM Mets merch. And then it got taken down. And then another one, a guy signed up for his newsletter or whatever it is. And it literally said, I'm so excited to pitch for New York.
Tough.
And I'm like, there's no way he's not gonna be a Met.
He really turned on y'all. Maybe
And
that
I'm
was
just
maybe that was
hurt.
his plan because he's literally that dude. He's such a dick, but it's so funny.
He's the McGregor of MLB.
Oh
Like
yeah,
he is.
easily. He's a funny
He's a
guy too.
great personality. Like I really like a lot of people. Like I've been talking to a lot of people. They are so on the fence with him. Like every person's like either it's 50-50. It's like I hate him, I love
I
him.
was gonna
I hate
say
him, I
you
love
love
him.
him or you hate the guy. He's a very controversial fella.
And to be
But
honest, no matter what, I do love Trevor Bauer. I think he's the funniest man in all of MLB. I think he's great. But what he did today is gonna hurt me for about a month, and then I'll get over it.
yeah, it's all right, man. You guys got Lindor in this window. You'll be okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
I think the one silver lining about this now is all right. He's off the table. He's in LA. Let's extend Lindor and Conforto now. Focus on maybe getting Jackie Bradley Jr. Tightening up the ship, making it finalizing what we think could
yeah,
be a World Series contending team.
you got to be careful though with Jackie Bradley Jr. Man wants a lot of money
I know it's the same
for
thing with
what he's
Bauer,
worth.
which sucks, but
Yeah, but Bauer, he's worth it, man. If you look at his stats and everything, he's been
yeah,
consistent. He's been really good.
yeah,
Um,
he's a freak of nature. He's got this like
yeah,
whole mental mindset on the game. It's crazy.
he's good at what he does, man.
Yeah.
And what do you think this means for the future of the Dodgers? We looking at a back-to-back World Series titles?
I mean,
What do you
it
think?
kind of solidifies a chance. I think, most of the key pieces from last year's World Series are still there. Obviously, they lost Kike, but
Yeah, Red
was,
Sox, right?
yeah, he's at the
Which
Red
one's
Sox.
the Red Sox?
I don't even know.
L.A.
I'll be honest. But,
Interesting claim.
yeah, I think
Works.
Kike Hernandez, he did have an input in last year's World Series. He had a couple of key hits that, drove in some runs, maybe even got people on base, moved them over. But I don't think that was the defining factor of their win. I think dominant pitching all across the board, their starting five rotation, their relief pitching, and of course, you literally can name any position on that team, and it's just a star-studded lineup. I mean, it's crazy, and that's another really good team that has a really great farm system that scares the hell out of me. But I think it's kind of with this top three in baseball now. I mean, you got Kershaw, Walker Buehler, Julio Urias,
Urias.
and now Trevor Bauer. That's just four out of the. I mean, David Price is still on the Dodgers. I mean,
and Dustin May, yeah.
Dustin May. I mean, think about it. Like,
Is Dustin May a starter or no?
yes,
He's a starter.
he was a reliever in the playoffs because
Okay.
they had so many like starting pitchers, and plus
Yeah.
I think it was just so easy to move him over.
Yeah,
He's still
like
a young kid.
they made Urias like a setup and a closer.
Yes, they did. They did. That's true.
Weird.
It was weird,
Yeah.
and but he pitched phenomenally. I mean,
Yeah,
Kenley Jansen was struggling to say the least.
Yeah.
And now you look at him, and he's trying to make his comeback. And don't get me wrong, he's still a dominant closing pitcher. But I think it kind of solidifies with this. I mean, you can't. They're not going to lose for 3 days out of the week. Kershaw, Buehler, Bauer. They're not losing.
Yeah, that's a very dominant.
That's a
big
full
three.
series. That's just a full series right there. So if you win the series, you're going to the playoffs. If you win the series in the playoffs, you're going to the World Series. If you win the series in the World Series, what do you think is going to happen? I mean, it's kind of easy to figure out.
Yeah. I have this team's very promising. That's kind of a no shit deal. Yeah. But yeah, it's going to be very hard to try and imagine another team beating the Dodgers this year. Considering the team they had this year, what they did, how they won.
Yeah.
You stack it up against teams this year, what they're doing, and I can't see anybody else winning but LA, and that hurts coming from a Yankees fan. I think the Yankees will come close. Maybe
I think
the World Series.
Yeah, I think they can maybe push the World Series this year.
If they don't Yankee everything up. As they do, because they do that a bit.
It's so crazy. Like, like at least like I could say as a Mets fan, like, okay, we get there once like every 10 years, 20 years, whatever the hell it is. And for the Yankees, you're just on the cusp of every year, and it's just like such heartbreak. Like I get it, the Mets don't make the playoffs that often. Okay, when we do,
it's great. Get your hopes up,
That's the thing. Like as a Mets fan, I just expect to lose, but it's kind of just like. I feel so bad. Like saying this as a Mets fan, it's weird, but I feel bad for the Yankees fans because it's just like you guys are cocky as all hell. But I would hate to have that burden of getting there and then losing.
Yeah, let's give or take. Yeah, it's we like winning games, and
who else likes winning games though?
Who? Everyone.
Well, somehow, some way, this 43-year-old superstar is taking his team to the Super Bowl.
That's what we're talking about, right? Smooth transition.
Yeah.
All right, we are
See, I'm
heading
getting good
into
at these. I'm
our
getting good at
yeah,
these.
doing all right, pretty good, pretty good. Yeah, we're heading into our last segment of our show, which is some football game. Sorry,
Just a random one.
yeah, it's an okay
It's
one.
no big deal. It's just a random. It's another
Super
weekend.
Bowl Sunday.
Dude,
Woo! Let's
we're
go.
finally here. I feel like it's
Yes,
been like
sir.
forever since we've actually been at like football. Like we
Yes,
watched last
sir.
weekend. I didn't even watch it. The Pro Bowl. Did you watch it?
They had it.
It was on Madden.
Oh, ew, that's nasty. I don't really need to watch
Oh,
Madden.
wait. Before we get into this, speaking of EA, quickly, they finally announced the return of their fabled franchise, college NCAA football.
Very
It's
true.
back,
I
but it's
saw
not
that.
going to be back for like another 2 to 3 years. So
That's still cool. They're relaunching their NCAA football franchise. We're getting
thank
more college football
God.
games. That's a lot of fun, and that's a fun side note. I like that. That's gonna be
Yeah.
good for the soul.
I gotta say though, like when I was, the last one that came out was in 2014 with
Back in the day,
the guy who was the quarterback for the Wolverines. I forgot his name, but
Michigan quarterback guy.
yeah. But
Guy. Yeah.
that game is just so much fun. Like the mascot mania games, you have every game that has to do with like a special trophy for the teams, like the Michigan State Spartans versus the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. You got what's the cheerleading horn thing? I don't know. It was like that. You know that thing that they scream out of, where it's like that giant. Yeah. That was one of their trophies. It was a Shillelagh Trophy against USC and Notre Dame, but it was so fun to play that game. And
I just wish. I really hope. I hope that like when they come out with this new game, whenever it is, 2-3 years from now.
Yeah.
I hope that they actually are able to add player likenesses.
That's the current problem.
Yeah,
is that they were asked about that. They were asked about that, and they said until everyone agrees on it, we can't. So like if Trevor Lawrence wasn't just becoming a Clemson Tiger, his name could not be in the game. Yep. It would just be quarterback, whatever the hell his number was.
Like they had in 2014.
Yeah.
Which, it's kind of a big part of the game, but they still had all like the stats and everything that, equaled out. It was basically just the same players with different names.
Yes. It would just literally just be their number. And one thing though, I got to say is that this is just giving me hope, because there was one game, it was college baseball. That game was so fun.
Oh, that was a long time ago, yeah.
Yes. It was the last time they had it, I think it was 2007.
Yeah.
And oh my God, dude, it was just so fun. Like hearing the ping of the bats, the mini games they had. You could build your own stadium. It was so fun. It was so fun. But that's just a little side note. EA has confirmed it. So, and they also confirmed Skate 4. So that's another thing.
I've been waiting on that.
I've been waiting. Skate. I'm not even a skater. I'm just a really big sports guy. But Skate 3 was so fun. And
I love Skate 3. Skate 3 was a fantastic video game. Ahead of its time.
Yes.
All right, so back to what we were saying before. Super Bowl Sunday is finally here.
Yes, sir.
I feel like we have a generation battle at this point. Patty Mahomes, obviously he is the most dominant quarterback of this current generation compared to Tom Brady, right? Who I wouldn't even say he's in the past, because he's, obviously still playing and all, but he's been dominating the past 20 years in the league. And I feel like there's not really much else to ask except who's going to win and why. What's your take?
I gotta just say, the Chiefs are gonna win. I gotta win. They gotta go back to back. I hate, like, the thing is for me is like, if Tom Brady wins, without a doubt, I think in a lot of people's minds he's already the GOAT. And if he wins this weekend, he is the GOAT. Like, there's no question asked. But I think, like you said, it's a generational battle. You have baby GOAT versus elder GOAT. But there was the photo that I saw, and it was back in 2003. Patrick Mahomes was like 2 years old, and Tom Brady was 23. Yeah. And I was like,
6 years old, and Tom Brady was like in the league winning his.
Yeah, he's already signing autographs, had his shades on, and all that. But
winning the Super Bowl.
I think the Chiefs can pull it out. I think it's gonna be tough because they got to deal with the home field advantage of the 7,500 urgent care workers.
Yeah.
But I think, the Bucs are definitely a defensive team. They do obviously have great offensive key players now, but it's going to be tough. I think it's going to be a close battle. I think it's going to be really fun and enjoyable. It's definitely not going to be the Rams versus Patriots game that happened a couple of years ago.
Thankfully.
Oh my God, that game was trash.
What was it?
But
7-3.
it could have been, for all I know. It
I
felt
think
like
it was. It was like 7-3 that game. That game sucked ass. It was really
that was
bad.
the worst Super Bowl ever.
Yeah, easily.
But I think this Super Bowl is going to be a high-scoring affair. I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be fun. Patrick Mahomes is going to be pulling out his Patty magic, and
It's gonna be
that's all I
very
can say.
exciting.
What about you, Chris? Who do you think
To
wins?
watch? It's gonna come down to defense though, realistically, in my head. Obviously, yes. Tampa Bay has a very strong offense, but Kansas City's defense is very good. Not really much to say about that. Their only flaw right now, Kansas City's flaw, is they're missing two of their front tackles.
Oh yeah,
which obviously Tampa Bay has a very strong
defensive line.
Very strong D line.
Scary.
So what Patrick Mahomes is gonna have to do with that, I don't really know. I think they're not gonna play as much long ball because they have their backup tackles and all that.
Yeah.
They might just start running drags with Tyreek Hill. That's what I do.
Yeah, it's just run slants all game. Just
slants with Tyreek Hill, have Travis Kelce cut out.
Yep.
It's gonna come down to that because usually what they'll do, right? What most teams would do they would double team Tyreek Hill or double team Travis Kelce. You can't double team both because the Chiefs have two very good receivers besides Tyreek Hill and Sammy Watkins and Mecole Hardman.
Yep.
And from there, I feel like the Bucs have a very good defense, but I don't know if their defense is good enough to stop Kansas City. But I'll never bet against Brady. I'll never throw money down on Brady.
Wow. Okay, that's fair.
I am not a fan of Tom Brady personally, but I do think he is one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, and I'll never bet against him because it always ends up biting me in the ass.
That's true. I mean, I think at this point, you can't deny it. Like the guy is somehow always winning.
Yeah.
And it's just annoying.
I think the one upside from Tom Brady winning would be that Eli is literally his father.
Yeah, it's true. Actually, no, you want Mahomes to win so that Eli continues to have that little thing over him.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you do want Brady to win. What am I saying? You want Brady to win because you don't want another quarterback to have like a win over Tom Brady in the Super Bowl.
Nick Foles.
Nick Foles is the only one besides Eli Manning twice. And as a Cowboy fan, I hate admitting that, but it is true.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, though, Patty Mahomes deserves it. I feel like if they win again, I see, like, if the Chiefs win again is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I could definitely see Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes being the new Brady Belichick deal.
I
just really hope Patrick Mahomes doesn't get the backlash Brady does, and I feel like he won't because Patrick Mahomes is definitely more media oriented.
Mm-hmm.
He's just known generally as more of a good guy kind of player.
Right.
Tom Brady obviously has been caught in his fair share of controversy, and he's not a very open guy. He's I don't know really how to describe him.
I think it's like, if you think about it,
boring player.
I was going to say, like, him and Belichick, like, when they were together, it was just so, like, you would never hear anything because Belichick is just so dead cold and Tom Brady is just kind of like his son with that.
Yeah. It's weird because, and over the past years, right, Tom Brady's not Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes was throwing out no-look passes, throwing 70-yard bombs. Tom Brady just played smart football and was boring as shit for everyone to watch, but he's very good. Obviously that's, not taking anything away from him.
Yeah.
But the game is definitely a lot flashier now, and it's fun to watch. And Tom Brady is not a fun football guy, which, obviously is not
likes Goodell.
A bad thing.
He likes Goodell, and when he likes Goodell runs the no fun league, and it's really it. That's all I can say.
Roger Goodell, love to see it.
I got the Chiefs gonna win by, I'm gonna say 6.
Okay. I don't really predict scores, but
I'm just gonna say 6 because I think it's gonna be close, and I think it's gonna keep within a touchdown. But
okay, yeah, I could say the same. I'll hop on that.
Okay.
That'll be the Breakfast Nook prediction trademark. Yeah. So I could agree with that. Give or take.
I want it to be guns show though. Like I want to see just.
I want to see 50 54. 40.
Yeah.
Some big like that.
I want to see some like large numbers. I don't want to see some bullshit.
I don't want to see like 14-8 kind of shit.
Oh my god, dude! It's got to at least be over 20 for both teams. That's all I want.
Yeah, like Patrick Mahomes is a high scoring quarterback.
Yeah.
He doesn't put up small games.
No.
Unless they lose, obviously. But
Yeah.
I don't
But
really
hey,
see it being a blowout either way. But we have had some predictions in the past that have went horribly
don't
haywire.
bet with us. That's it. Just don't.
Don't bet with the Breakfast Nook. I would bet towards Tampa Bay since we want the Chiefs to win personally.
Yeah. Honestly, you're gonna watch the Bucks win. With us saying the Chiefs, like we want the Chiefs to win, but somehow the Bucks are just gonna pull it out.
Pull it out of their ass. Yeah. Other than that, man, the week has been very quiet. Kind of disappointing from the world.
A lot.
Gratefully, sometimes that's a good thing because it could be worse. There could be some real negative stuff going on.
Right.
And we're grateful that there's not.
Mm-hmm.
We're grateful. We live and we prosper every day. Twitter is just over flooded with Trevor Bauer and
Don't bring it
Trevor
up, man.
Bauer and
okay. Yeah. All right, we got it. Trevor Bauer. Cool. Woo, Dodger. Yeah. I gotta say this though. I hope he's listening to it now. My friend Ryan, who's in the Air Force, who's currently while we're recording this, still down in Fort Hood, Texas. He's going up to Arizona to do some training up there. I hope you enjoy it, buddy. Enjoy the ride that you're currently on. 13 hours, rough, but
that's gross.
Yeah.
Yes. Good luck to you, Ryan. Much appreciated. Thank you for watching the show. And I do want to say a happy belated birthday to my good pal Sam.
Of course.
Who she's cool. She doesn't watch my podcast. She doesn't watch podcast, obviously.
No, she's a fake fan. She wants to be on it, but
as fake as they come. But she is she's a real cool girl. Love and appreciate you very much.
Happy early birthday for
our other friend who turns 20 on Super Bowl Sunday, Aaron. Oh, happy birthday.
You're old. You're both old. I don't like it.
Yeah, old as all hell.
You're out of your teens. Get the.
What a crazy world we live in.
Facts.
All right. Yeah.
All right.
That's dangerous. I'm in danger.
I woke up feeling dangerous. Anyway.
Woke up and chose violence. Old ass heads. All right, y'all. That is going to do it for the Breakfast Nook this week. As always, I hope you enjoyed. And any last words, Tom? What's the move?
Stay positive, test negative. You know the vibes.
Stay positive, test negative.
Keep vibing.
Keep vibing. Hope you guys all have a fantastic Super Bowl tomorrow. And yeah, that's gonna be all for us this week. I'm Chris Rotondo.
Tom Grady.
Signing off.